because Lane Kiffin is Lane Kiffin, he decided to get cute with USC's jerseys against Colorado. College rules allow players to change jerseys during a game, so he had his punter and backup quarterback switch jerseys on an extra point. That way, when teams saw the Trojans on film, they would think the holder couldn't throw. See? See? It's diabolical. It's brilliant. It also begs a simple question. Who sits around and thinks of things like this? Don't forget, this is the same dude who tried to kick a 73-yard field goal in a game. Remember that? In a game. Like, do I think? He just does stuff. The answer, of course, is Lane friggin' Kiffin. Remember when Lane Kiffin used to go for 2 just to do it? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, where no injury report. He just does this shit to do it. One way you know that this is Lane Kiffin is the fact that changing numbers in a game is listed under unethical conduct in the NCAA code book. The very first thing listed. Like, name one time that you heard Lane Kiffin say something and you were like, yo, he means that. You also know it's Lane Kiffin because this could come with a 15-yard penalty, and he's all like, F it. Like, I have no idea how he disciplines his football team. None whatsoever. Because at every turn, they got to be like, yo, is he serious? And you also know it's Lane Kiffin because he wasn't going to go so far as to get in any real trouble. It's not exactly like he's surrounded by pillars of morality and fair play to stand out as the shadiest in college football. Yo, that's pretty impressive. And he did it without throwing around any money. He did it just by being himself. That's not because he's afraid of the NCAA or anything. He's just not going to do anything to mess it up for Lane Kiffin. Hey, get in how you fit in, right? But this man has fallen up from every job he's ever had, right? USC thing, fell off after Norm Chow. Lane Kiffin parlayed that into a professional coaching job. That didn't go so well. Parlayed that into an SEC job. That didn't go so well. Parlayed that into USC. He still hadn't done shit. You realize that, right? Like, now he'll get to go to a bowl game. No, you don't have to worry about him changing running backs numbers or anything. Why? Because Kiffin has to watch that film too. How are we gonna keep him straight? You gotta be sitting there watching film with like a decoder ring on to try to remember, so what does number 25 really mean? So do those NFL scouts Kiffin uses to lure players to USC. And all of a sudden you walk into the draft and you start hearing them announce somebody that you've never heard of. You think those guys are trying to keep Silas Redd and Curtis McNeil straight without knowing who wears what number? And there's no names on the back. They'll be like, yo, I was watching film, number 45 from USC. Dog, I know. They said he was a walk-on. He's a beast. He's a beast, dog. He's a beast. Yeah, it'll stop with that extra point. Some guy is gonna catch a touchdown in USC, Oregon, and his parents are gonna have no idea. Then there's the guy whose number it is making the catch, walking around campus. Yeah, baby, that was me. So break out the film, baby, that's my number. We'll just have to ask how someone could be so dedicated to deception and getting over that they, in the course of working 20-hour days like a good coach should, could come up with something so cockamamie that it actually makes a little sense. It is smart. Like, that is a really good idea. I just don't know who thinks of these things. And while we may wonder how, we'll never have to ask who. USC trying to get around people saying they making money off the kids. USC is like, oh, the numbers don't matter. They're just buying USC jerseys. Who's number 6? All depends on what time of game it is. Boom. For there's only one Lane Kiffin. Everybody said that Al Davis was crazy. Remember he did that press conference with the overhead and he looked like he was about to die right then and there? And people like, oh, Al Davis is crazy, all this stuff about Lane Kiffin. Every single thing he said about Lane Kiffin turned out to be true.